All right, out here working in the garage on my Pro Gear. I'm going to try to make this as short, as sweet as possible. I was going to do a short video, but it's just not enough time to talk about exactly what I want to do. So I'll try to keep this under 3 minutes. Long story short, I run SpeakOn Neutrik speaker cables to all my speakers. They're, the industry standard Pro Gear type stuff. But sometimes you got to check what these dudes are doing making these cables. What I have found is that the cable themselves are great. Pro Gear cable, 12 gauge pure copper, yakety schmackety, good stuff. On my longer run from here over to the left channel, I got 2 speakers on the left channel. I had a connector I knew was going to be kind of dorked up. So I replaced it with a brand new Neutrik 4-pole. It's a 2-pole color, but it's a 4-pole internal. Great freaking end. Once you figure out how to work these things and build them, they're really not that bad. The new style has Allen head set screws for the wires, and they crimp them down stupid freaking tight. The old ones, you had to use a special screw stick to get in there and tighten them down. It's not bad, but I like the new style a lot better with these guys here. These Neutrik ones are nice. So, not to make this a stupid long video, I got this cable on both ends have the new style ends on them. So I'm pretty happy with that. While I was at it, I had this short cable right here that goes up to the top speaker. So I checked this end here, and both of the frickin' little set screws that hold the bare wire into the prong there, I had to tighten those guys up. They were loose. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And that's what I'm talking about when people buy these cables thinking, oh, it's Pro Gear, it's made right, plug it in and it's going to work. Man, I tell you, you can easily unscrew this right here and check people's work. And no kidding, I found it was loose. This side is good. That's all I'm going to say. This side is this left channel, and the run all the way to the amplifier has a new SpeakOn Neutrik end on it. But guess what? Now I'm going to have to check all of my freaking connections. I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I've got to do the right channel over here and check all those to make sure they're right. Hopefully I don't have to buy new Neutrik cable ends, because these suckers are, depending on where you buy them, what vendor you go through, but it can be $6, $7, $8 an end. So if I need like 12 more frickin' ends, I mean, that's $100 right there just in cable ends, but at least I know they're going to be done right. Boy, I tell you, that is a hell of a thing to go wrong if you're, on stage playing or discoing or gigging or studio work or whatever, and you're always pulling cables, you're always moving equipment around, and it was just the connector end. I mean, it's almost like you have to do it yourself, hence my channel, to get things correct and optimal. And, it probably would have lasted a long time, but holy smokes, I mean, just a tightening of the ends there. And the ones that I got before, this cable right here, this long cable, I tell you that I would fire that dude in a millisecond, whoever frickin' made it. Terrible frickin' workmanship. Not on this one, what I did, but on the one that came in the bag when I bought it off of Amazon. Horribly bad. I mean, soldered ends, loose. I mean, it was barely on there. So I was barely getting, the right connection. Now they're freaking great. But just something that I'm just rambling on here about. And I'm going to make sure this is done correctly and safely. And you just got to do it yourself sometimes and to make things right. All right, later. Thanks for watching.